Bothell homeowners, it's June 2022 and I'm here to answer your most burning real estate questions. How much is your home worth? Well, we've got sales, prices, and predictions, everything you need to know for the month of June. It may seem like last month it would not stop raining. I'm getting a little rain out here as I film this right now. Plus, there's been a lot of doom and gloom in the news about recession, gas prices, Ukraine, inflation, and so on. The stock market, it hasn't stopped the housing market from continuing to improve. Here in Bothell, Washington, median home prices bumped up again by $7,000, which is a smaller amount than in some areas, but now we're at $902,000 for our median home price. So click below if you'd like to learn how much your home is worth right now. In terms of transactions, the number of closings that we had declined a little bit in Bothell, which is typical for this time of year. Overall, we're staying pretty flat and consistent with that metric. Now, this graph shows you inventory. This is the number of homes that are available for sale, and this increased slightly from 87 to 96 on average. The red line is Bothell. And so historically, we're still very low. Inventory is low, and as long as inventory is low, we can expect prices to keep going up. However, I will note that the trend is toward higher inventory. It almost has to be. But if we see inventory levels continue to click up and up and up, that's an indication that demand is softening a little bit and we're just not selling like we used to, which will inevitably lead to a softening of prices. So keep an eye on that trend. I certainly will be, and I'll be reporting it here to you every month. But of course, remember, if you need to sell, it's still okay. With our A+ home sales system, we help you maximize your profits when you sell regardless of market conditions. And if you'd like to learn more about how we do that, click the link below and we'll get more information out to you. Now, topic number 2 is interest rates, and this has been a big talking point for the last years, but especially in the last few months because we've seen a sharp increase in interest rates. January, we were at 3.2%, and now we're looking at 5.1%, which has a big impact on affordability for buyers. According to some calculations, buyers will have felt a 30% reduction in their buying power. If they used to be able to buy $1 million home, now they're only buying a $700,000 home, and that's going to be very disappointing for buyers who have been in the marketplace while all this is happening. However, the good news is that new buyers are entering all the time, and they'll just buy what they can afford without being too disappointed about what might have been if they had bought 6 months ago, right? That wasn't on their radar. They're just coming in and buying what the lender tells them is in their price point. So that's good to know. Now, if you're thinking about selling your home, I realize that this is a huge process. The good news is I can help you get it done. My name is Emily Cressey with HomeSmart Real Estate Associates, and as a real estate professional, I study home prices every day. As the sharply rising interest rates have kind of thrown a wrench into the gears, there's a lot of uncertainty in the marketplace right now, and not every home is selling in the first week like they have been. It's extremely challenging to know how much your home is worth and make a plan to coordinate and buy your next home. Because of this, I want to make a special offer only for those who are watching this video. I want to give you the opportunity for a custom one-on-one home evaluation. We'll get together over the phone, on a video conference call, or in person and go through exactly what your home would be worth if you were to sell it now. So click the link below and you'll be taken to a page where you'll tell me about your home and then have the opportunity to schedule a time to connect with me for a custom one-on-one home evaluation. Simply click the link below to discover your home's true potential. And now, drum roll please, it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show, number 3, predicting the future. Yes, it's time for Emily's predictions for the Bothell housing market this summer. There are a lot of people right now who are calling me freaked out that the market is going to crash or that we're in some sort of a housing bubble that's about to burst. So let's take a look at what's really going on here. My take is that this is not like last time in 2008 because we've got much better underwriting on our loans people who have been buying were thoroughly vetted to make sure that they could pay their mortgage on an ongoing basis. We had good appraisals, good underwriting, and people have a lot of equity. Nationwide, we have record high equity amounts right now. Also, if you look at this data, forbearance plans are going into effect less and less. A forbearance is basically an emergency payment plan that lenders work out with borrowers who have gotten behind on their payments. So we are not seeing these forbearance plans, which are kind of the precursor to foreclosure. That means people are not having trouble making their payments. We will not have a glut of foreclosures, and we will not see that down the drain cycle that happened with prices last time when the market was flooded with these foreclosure properties, that there was a lot more supply than demand at that point, which reduced prices and further exacerbated the problem. So in this area, we've got a lot of money. We've got people who are buying homes for investments. We've got people who are able to afford their home very comfortably. And if we look at the data, house payments for homeowners today are much more comfortable. This is nationwide data, but they're much more comfortable than they were for folks in 2007, right before and during that market crash. So payments as a percentage of income now are lower than they have been historically. Everybody's refinanced, everybody's sitting pretty right now. So even if somebody did have an income interruption or a large bill like a car crash or hospital medical bill, foreclosure would be unlikely because they could just sell the house at a profit and go rent an apartment. People are not being forced to sell. So that's the big picture here. Anecdotally, I will say that I'm seeing a softening in the market. In affordable price points, let's say under $800,000, we're seeing more competition. But in the upper range homes, people seem to be cooling off. Homes are only attracting 1 or 2 offers, maybe on the offer review date, maybe after that. We used to price them at comparable sales levels and then see them get bid up by hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now we're pricing them at the comparable sales levels, and that's about where they're selling, assuming that it's appropriate, maybe within 5% of that up and down. We are seeing homes stay on the market for 10 days. We are seeing homes with, maybe selling for 5% less than the list price. So especially if people have gone out aggressively, like, I'm not going to get multiple offers, I just want to get this high price. If it turns out that it's too high, realistically, you can do that, but you just have to be prepared to come down fairly quickly in order to take advantage of that first new property glow that it'll have for the first 21 days after it comes on the market. It's also a time to be cautious about who you're working with as your listing agent. No longer can just Uncle Joe throw the sign in the yard, throw it on the MLS, and hope for a bidding war to ensue. That's why with my listings, I always do more to make sure that they get excellent representation in the marketplace. We market through phone, video, text messages, flyers, open houses, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, just like this video that you're seeing right now, right? To make sure that likely candidates get a chance to see your home. 96% of buyers must see the home online before they make a decision to visit it. So we need to make sure we're getting in front of them where they are, which is online. If you'd like to learn more about how we implement this A+ system to help your home sell quickly and for top price, be sure to click the link below for a home evaluation. Now, my forecast overall for the Bothell area is just to observe that things have softened up quite a bit lately, but values are still high and should continue to increase just a little more slowly. They're going to be helped along by inflation and the continued imbalance with more buyers in the marketplace. So then sellers, right? Supply and demand. So if you want to talk about these economic models, have questions or comments, reach out below. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Emily Cressey with HomeSmart Real Estate, and we do more.